Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
Hello, folks, and good morning. I think it looked like it said evening prayer up there, but this is morning prayer, very definitely. Although, since this is recorded and goes out all over the world, you could be listening to this at any time. But welcome to the New Thought Media Network. You tuned into morning prayer for Tuesday, September 13th, 2022. My name is Muro, and I am a practitioner at the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living in Northern California. I'm delighted to share this time with you. Each and every day, we have prayer time at 8:15 a.m. and p.m. Mountain Time, as well as 8:15 a.m. in the UK, 9:15 a.m. in Europe, and 10:15 a.m. in Kenya. So, I was looking through the Bible the other day, which I do periodically. I have many sacred texts here. My older sister, Ellie, who's transitioned a number of years ago, was an avid reader of the Bible. And she would just be delighted to know that I have become one as well. But I wanted to bring up this one part of Isaiah 40:31. When I was a runner, I used to use this all the time. It got me through many a long race. Here's what it says. It says, "But those who trust in God will find new strength. They will soar high on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint." For the longest time, I had that last one. I had that folded under so I couldn't see it. I had this up on my wall, but I'll take all of it. So why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing this up because I wanted to tie into trust, right? So let's go within. We know that God is all there is. We know that God is the creator. We also know that God is the sustainer. What God creates, God does out of love, because it can be no other way. God is love. God creates from within its own God stuff, and therefore, whatever God creates has to share in that divinity. It is the outpouring of God's love. And therefore, it can be only of good. And so knowing that this is the source, that this is the origin, knowing that this is where each and every one of God's creations has begun, and knowing that God is the source of love, the source of peace, the source of harmony, the source of strength, and the greatest power in the universe, love. Knowing that all of that exists within God, I now speak to how I, Zoe, am connected to that. I am part of that. I am that. And as that is true for me, that is true for all of God's creations. And so having that incredible bounty of goodness, of richness within us, what is there for us to do? It is about allowing. It is about surrendering. And so each and every day, I consciously surrender to the power and to the presence of the one within me. I allow the goodness of the one to flow in and through and as me. I allow my heart to be open to possibilities. I allow my mind to be open to answers. I allow my spirit to be open to guidance, so that each and every moment of the day, each and every moment of my life, I have within me the ability to succeed, the ability to exceed whatever my particular idea of success might be. There are no limitations within God, within the one. There can be none, because there can be nothing outside of the one. And so knowing that all of that strength, all of that power, all of that capacity, all of that capability, all of that ability is within me, I am so grateful. I am so hopeful. This is not the hope of, oh, I hope this happens. This is the hope of trust. This is the hope of faith. This is the hope of knowing that my truth is to be the best that I can be. My truth is that my divine nature is one of wholeness, one of completeness, one of perfection. And so in putting my life in the hands of the one, I'm not doing this blindly. I'm not doing this without a sense of understanding. I'm doing this in recognition of that divine unity. And how glorious that is. How exquisite it is to know that the one is always there. To know that there is never a separation between loving spirit and myself. There cannot be. I can turn away. I can reject. I can ignore. I can forget. Those are all human possibilities. But the one is always there. The one is always willing. The one is always accepting. The one is always supporting. So as long as I put aside my doubt, as long as I turn to the light, as long as I open my ears to listen and open my heart to feel all that I have been given as one in the one is mine. How magnificent that is. And so in that spirit of absolute confidence, and in that spirit of not only thanksgiving, but a spirit of joy, I release my word. Just as I surrender to the power and the presence of the one within me, I release my word to the law that always says yes, the law that takes the intention and the attention of my word and says, yes, it is so. And so I simply conclude with Amen, Ashe, and so it is. Well, it always takes me a little bit of time after I pray to kind of come back into the room. Folks, I hope that you have the opportunity today to spend a little time on the New Thought Media Network. We have so much going on here. Immediately following this show is the Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. I believe she's doing rebroadcasts this month. And then at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, Wisdom of the Mystics. And that's, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, yes, which would be 12 noon Pacific Time, where I am. And New Thought Today at 2 p.m. Mountain Time, which would be 1 p.m. Pacific, where I am. So by all means, give yourself the opportunity to really explore. We have so much going on here on the New Thought Media Network, and it seems like every week we're adding more and more content. So by all means, give yourself a gift and invest a little bit of time in the New Thought Media Network. It's well worth it. If there is anything that's on your heart or in your mind that is causing you any distress, something that you need some help with to help you align with your truth, feel free to send us a message at prayer@ngmedia.org, and we would be delighted to hold the high watch for you. And we are a global ministry doing so much good work in the world. But it takes time, it takes talent, and it takes treasure. So if you could go to ntmedia.org and find that donate button, we would greatly appreciate it. No amount is too small. No amount is too great for that matter. So if you can do so, that would be wonderful. So until we meet again, I wish you much love and many blessings. Be well.